Welcome back to the Enemies of the Fire podcast. It is season 2, baby. This is episode 2. And on this week's episode, we talk about things Kansas City regrets. We talk a long time with a very special guest about the Columbus Crew of all things. And then we wrap things up and get really hyped for the brand new Chicago Fire season because we're not going to suck this year. Anyway, I am FC Neo Tokyo. This is DPG. This is James. And gentlemen, do you have any regrets as big as Kansas City?
Besides playing in that cold weather? I mean...
No, I'm talking about the image they put out on their Twitter.
Why would they regret it? Did they lose?
Yes.
They did lose.
Yes, they did lose. So as we had gotten together before recording,
as the crow
James
flies.
was away being the perfect husband, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And DPG and I were chilling in the cut. And he brought up the final score, which you know me, I'm not like a Miami fan. I do think it's better for the league when a team of all-stars assembled that with all the money in the world actually comes through and doesn't like shit the bed. Yeah, that's when it gets embarrassing for the league, in my opinion. So like that's kind of why I'm pro Miami success, but I don't know, man. Did you see the image, James?
There's an this image? Or is there a different image?
No, did you already pull it up? I didn't see it on here.
Oh wait,
but
can you not see what I'm seeing?
Oh no, we cannot.
All right,
but
let's fix that.
No,
live
editing.
You can keep going.
No, I think it's funny. Like teams so badly want to, right now you're seeing so many people want to pounce so quickly on things on social media to get the clout and to get the things rolling. And like in their case, to get dollars and crap moving. Right.
Let me know when it's
and it's
up.
like Kansas City. I see you. Kansas City is going to be a bad team this year. I hate to break it to everybody. Cut to us using this clip in November in there.
It's great social media marketing though. And it gets people hyped, talking shit to Messi. And, they definitely had a chance because it was only 1-0.
Right. Well, it was very cold out, by the way.
And Messi scores. He's like, I'm going to prove you wrong.
Man, he's
just
got
like
that
Michael
beard
Jordan.
trimmed up. He's looking 10 years younger.
Told you.
This was
Troy.
So this was Champions League. I'll never call it Champions Cup. My bad. So with all the format changes, I found it so hard to care about Champions League. I don't know. What do you guys think? I can't.
It used to be called the Champions Cup.
I need it explained to me like I'm a 4-year-old. Dog, is this okay? So who did we see who scored the goal? Or was it Messi?
It's Messi who scored.
It was Messi.
Unfucking believable, man. This guy is the first time a major superstar has come here and legitimately delivered the way he should. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable, especially at his age. It's just crazy. And his size. It's not like he's like Ibrahimovic, right? And a freak of nature and taller than everyone. He just, I don't know, man. Oh God, do you see those people's faces? Have you ever played in a game where it was super cold? And when you lose, you just figure like, I might as well have just killed myself and not come.
Freaking talk, man. That was a weak call.
If you lose the game, you basically are just like, no.
I'm wondering where the hell is it?
I froze my ass out here to watch him lose.
Oh my God, yeah, that's even worse is when you go to a game and the team loses.
Which is like, typical Fire fan.
Oh my God, can I tell you the only time I've ever seen the Bears play live? They lost 35 wait, was it 30? No, they lost 25-0, I think, and it was just nothing but field goals. Like it was literally nothing but field goals. It was ridiculous and horrible.
Well, those fans though got rewarded. Did you get rewarded that night with something similar to a Leo Messi goal?
No, it was only field goals. Tampa Bay even won the Super Bowl that year. It was terrible. It was like 4 degrees. Damn. Anyway, I digress.
Well, it sounds like they got a treat because they got to see a Leo Messi winner.
I don't know if you're a Kansas City fan. We'll consider that a treat.
Well, I mean, Kansas City is not going to be good. I'm sorry. You send all your hate mail to FC Neo Tokyo. Now, talking about seeing greatness, American. Yes. New favorite player dropped. Pete Mangione. Let's go FC Cincinnati. Don't they also have the guy who's friends with Timothy Chalamet?
I feel
right? Like,
man, that's his
FC
cousin.
Hollywood over here. Anyway.
Probably eats Turkey Day with them. But yeah, that's a horrible situation.
It is wild, right?
Yeah.
So over in Italy, the Americans making waves in Champions League. So earlier today, AC Milan crashed out of the Champions League. Everyone is terrified now that they have João Felix because the manager is Portuguese, João Felix is Portuguese, and Leão is Portuguese. So everybody in America has been extremely terrified that Pulisc will get dropped. And lo and behold, he started, but he got taken out at halftime, before the red card, if I'm not mistaken. And they lost, and it was bad. It's sad Italian fans. So, gentlemen, they didn't lose. They tied. It was Feyenoord.
That's February 5th, right here, Verona.
They lost against
right here.
Feyenoord.
Yeah, they lost against Feyenoord.
Yep.
Oh no, they tied.
It says yesterday, but
it's aggregate.
Europe.
Aggregate.
51st minute red card. It killed him. Teo
Hernandez.
Thank you. I don't know. There's nothing you can say about it. It was a dumb play. AC Milan's out. But as American fans, are you guys concerned about Christian Pulisic seeing the bench more in place of João Felix for no good reason, honestly, because he's got way better numbers than Leão does this season?
Well, both Musa and Pulisic got pulled. I'm not worried about Pulisic. I'm more so worried about Musa, but here he is starting the game. That still counts for something. I mean, what? They're getting subbed out and people are throwing, thinking it's the end of the world? Maybe they're tired. Maybe there's other things coming on. Maybe they're coming back from injury.
Well, yeah,
I don't know, man.
They also have to worry about the league, too.
Man, Tammy Abraham. That's a name I haven't seen in a hot minute. Anyway. Well, all's well that ends well, I guess. AC Milan's bounced from the Champions League. I guess they get to... I don't know, man. My opinions have gone back and forth about Pulisic on this show. And I just don't know.
You're ready to claim him he's, Superman. Where Kylian Mbappe Superman.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, finding his footing at Real Madrid, apparently. Apparently he made somebody look foolish today.
Or maybe Erling Haaland. That's another one.
So you guys really are not worried about Pulisic getting thrown aside, which seems to always happen.
Why? Because they have João Felix.
Yeah,
that kid has drama, man. You think? Yeah, he's alright carrying baggage.
At least he's not Mario Icardi. Talk about drama. Anyway, yeah. So Juve got bounced as well, but it doesn't matter. All the feelings are so good about Westin McKennie. They all love him. They are in love with Westin McKennie now. After trying to sell him every window for the last 2 seasons, now he's the freaking captain of the team.
Oh, man.
Yeah, how about that? What a come up there for freaking Westin McKennie.
Now he got his legs.
I'm excited for Westin. How many times does he have to go and prove a coach wrong?
I mean, apparently every time. But now he's getting his love. The coach, some of his teammates had a lot to say about him. I think he's one of those guys that, when it's all said and done, he's one of those guys that people will talk about on podcasts forever. You know what I mean? Yeah. It'll be like, Weston McKennie stories
Shit.
about how his talent far exceeded anything he ever did. That type of stuff. I
Manchester
don't know.
City out. Juventus out. AC Milan out. Celtic out. Sporting in Monaco out.
You forgot Brest.
Well, Brest, I didn't. Brest is very important, but
Unfortunately, I'm always a fan of when they're out.
unfortunately. Let's go.
Anyway, come on, man. Low hanging fruit here, guys.
I love that.
We even got 3 thumbs down and 2 thumbs up.
So after all this time of worrying about Weston McKennie, we're rock solid on him. We love life. We think Weston McKennie's the man. And we think after all of this nonsense, there's no fear Pulisic's going to lose his spot.
McKennie's not coming to MLS anytime soon. That's for sure.
God, no. Nope. There's no way. There was no way when we were talking about it. But did you see the Timothy Weah goal?
No, but I
Timothy
heard
Weah had a banger in Champions League.
I heard he's been playing a lot of right back.
Or right back, yeah, my bad.
Yeah, that's impressive.
How do you feel about that, Timothy Weah at right back?
I feel like DPG. Let me speak for DPG. He's got to love it because Yedlin needs some pressure, and if that helps get maybe an Aronson or somebody, another quality forward on the field where you can have Weah running up and down like a modern fullback, I think that benefits the team.
I just, what? Weah is such a weird cat because I'll put it this way. He doesn't get any of the love he should. When you look back, he is a part of so much good attacking in the U.S. squad when he plays on the wing. He's never replicated that play on the wing for any of his club teams. So that is the truth. So he's just one of those guys that, for whatever reason, at the club, he's playing better at right back than he's ever played on the wing. And when he comes to play for America, he's awesome on the wing.
Does this put Yedlin out and allow for another forward to step forward?
It's not only is Dest hurt, but you got. God, who is starting right back? The guy playing in Germany. Oh God, why would you do this to me? I don't even care about this team. I'm sick of this team.
Wait,
why got nothing to care about for a whole nother year.
I'm not thinking Yedlin. I'm thinking we're talking former Netherlands.
The cat that punched the other guy in the field.
You're talking about Serginho Dest, the coolest guy on the planet.
Dest,
and I will stand by that. Serginho Dest. I'm
the one that had the crazy Dest.
Yes. Everything about this Serginho Dest is...
That's what I meant to say. He's putting Serginho Dest out of a job.
Well, not...
I hope he does. That guy's a walking red card.
No, you're insane. Serginho Dest has the skills coming out of his ears, dude. Yes, he is better. And
out of his elbows too.
Maybe you put him at wing.
I'm a hardcore defender.
Maybe you put Dest at wing. And
where would you put...
And you put Weah at right back. Flip him.
Barcelona tried it. Don't forget.
Maybe it works for the U.S. Nets. Maybe it works for the national team.
Never forget Barcelona went and put Serginho Dest at right wing.
Could be a stupid idea. Wow.
Oh man, God, I love when big clubs crumble. I don't know. Were you showing people that thing on Twitter with Manchester United?
I was laughing at that, bro.
Yes.
Oh my God. There's this great meme that somebody did. It's like a orangutan or
they saw it.
Yeah,
they saw it. They saw it, bros.
Oh man.
Yeah, he had it on. That's why I was laughing. Because the guy went from pulling the shirt to the guy getting against the fence.
So James,
but it's representing Manchester United getting pulled down to the championship level.
So, James, you're a fan. You are a self-proclaimed Manchester United fan.
They're not going down.
Dude, the orangutan slapped the other guy's leg.
They're not going down.
They're not going down. 25.
Look at that.
They still got a good number of games left, and look who's below them. Southampton, Leicester, Ipswich, Wolves, West Ham. Holy
I don't see Man U going down.
West Ham's on the way up at least. They're not going to go down either.
Did all of these teams just moneyball Man United? Like, is this what's going on over in England, where basically Man United has to pay the Man United tax to get players. Meanwhile, everybody else can get, maybe cheaper players, and they're using these metrics and analytics, advanced analytics, to identify players that Manchester United just can't get their hands on fast enough.
James, do you want to know what it's like to take LSD? Take a look at the top of the English Premier League right now.
All right, we'll do. Let me check.
Dude, I think we're seeing shifts in football, man. I think there's some great clubs that are crumbling. Who do you see in 3rd and 5th, dog?
Nottingham Forest, Bournemouth, Newcastle. It's got a lot of money in them.
And Matt Turner's getting on the field, by the way.
Well, I was Fulham here. Fulham, Aston Villa.
What do you mean house Fulham
Brighton
there?
Hove
Jedi.
Albion. Brentford's in 11th over Tottenham. This is absolutely insane. What is going on here? Crystal Palace is in 13th. They've always been in championship. Everton in 14th over Man United. West Ham struggling. Wolves, Ipswich you'd expect. Leicester, surprise. They bounce back and forth. Southampton,
fall, man.
Holy,
they're
and Liverpool in first, Arsenal in second, Man City in 4th. I got to see this Nottingham Forest team.
I told you.
They got Jota Silva,
Chris Wood,
Nico Williams.
Oh man, I'm telling you, I heard Matt Turner's getting on the field now.
Morato, they got Danilo.
Right? Oh no, does he not play for Nottingham no more? Am I dumb?
I don't.
No wonder he's getting on the field.
Yeah. Oh man.
No, legit. Scroll down. Where is he loaned out to?
He's on loan to Crystal Palace.
Oh, Crystal Palace.
Hey, if he started for Crystal Palace, they're in 13th. They're beating Man United.
I just wanted to see a Man United fan who obviously,
all right,
after Ole checked out.
Look at their.
Have checked out.
Look
Ole
at this.
Gunnar,
Morato and Murillo. This sounds like the sickest cop show or center back pairing. Or center back pairing.
Murillo, Morato. Nobody plays by the rules.
Loose cannons on the rope.
This is 6'4". You can't teach height. He's 6'4" and he plays left back sometimes.
So
Sometimes
center back or left back, whenever he feels like it.
Whenever he feels like
do we even know if he's playing? Go back to Nottingham Forest.
Hold on, Morato 23, Murillo 22. How did they? Dude, they just football managered this.
They did.
Well, they got Boley.
Holy
Boley's good,
shit.
right? Danilo, he's good.
But you know what? You also need English homegrowns. You need a lot of players that you brought along yourself.
Hudson-Odoi is on this team. How fun!
Callum Hudson-Odoi. Wow.
How much? That's fun. Good for that kid.
Sangare, Nico Williams from Wales.
Oh, that's Sangare. Didn't he play in for PSV or whatever? He played in the Netherlands. Dang, man. I mean, you don't look at this team and think instantly it's the 3rd place in the Premiership, but
Morgan
we are
Gibbs-White.
only.
Holy,
we are
at the
only in
point.
Late February.
We are only at the half point.
Chris Wood, you always get him. He's a freaking FIFA hero.
Yeah.
He is a FIFA
right.
What the hell's a FIFA hero?
Career mode. He's a FIFA
He's one of those
mode.
guys in career mode you can get cheap that ends up being really good type of thing. Like,
well, I mean, he's tall and you just
like,
can't teach height.
like basically you're saying like a football manager guy. You get him on a free and then
he
becomes
Wayne Hennessy in goal. I mean, this is
listen.
This is impressive.
James.
Ole Aina.
I saw that too. I was like, man.
Danilo.
Everybody like pillages Chelsea.
Matt Sells. Ramos. This is insane. Anthony
mean,
Elanga? This is insane. Jota? This is insane.
I don't know how they put this team together. I really don't.
This is insane.
Are you smelling another Leicester upset? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I don't know about that, but
no,
I mean,
but CPG, these guys are all 23. They're like 23,
They're
22,
a young team.
25.
You know, to me, this roster looks like the throwaways that the other big clubs didn't
they're
have
in
time
third
to
place.
develop.
They're going to win the league next year. Put a bet on it.
Isn't that what Leverkusen did last year?
Holy shit.
Oh, man. I know somebody who's going to be pissed at me for saying that. All right. So, James, I'm coming for you.
What?
I'm coming for you. Just like the USL is coming for MLS.
Ooh.
Guys, I need you guys to explain this to me. What is happening? The USL wants to make a first team, like a first league.
I saw that.
God,
First division.
Top flight league. Jesus. Can't even talk.
Yeah, well, they want to make a top flight league. They've bandied about a couple ideas. They have to get the backing of U.S. Soccer Federation, and they have apparently, at least in terms of just talking. But there's no promotion relegation locked in. It's been bandied about. But the question is, will MLS see these? Will they have success because they're going to be coming in as like a first division? And are they going to do enough to challenge MLS? The other thing that's interesting, though, is there's 38 teams in MLS, right? And there's actually not 30 states that have MLS teams. It's less because a couple ones overlap. Yeah. Well, what this does is it provides other cities around the U.S. to get involved in growing the game and maybe even putting pressure on MLS. So I do wonder if there's going to come a time where, push comes to shove, MLS sees them as a potential competitor like AFL, NFL, and they're like, all right, maybe we got to join together and form some sort of pyramid, get some promotion relegation going on where you can all of a sudden have like a team from Boston, New England Revolution, going against a team from like Kansas,
like El Paso,
like Kansas City,
or El Paso. Kickers,
Richmond Kickers. Those teams.
I unfortunately feel like it's inevitable that everything will homogenize, right? Yeah. Like MLS will somehow buy out everything despite USL's best efforts. I mean, just look, the NASL isn't even a thing anymore, and they just lost a lawsuit to MLS. You know what I mean? Like,
yep, that's true.
It's crazy. Like,
so.
I'll put it this way. It kind of sucks for us fans. Like, I understand the reality of things. Like, yes, we probably will never get promotion relegation, but what could happen is despite everybody investing whatever they invested in, you gobble up the USL, you give everybody 10 years. At the end of 10 years, you see where the fucking numbers balance out over that time. And then you start relegation promotion every year after that. But because I would love to see the Fire play Indianapolis in a more direct way more often. Like, maybe not even something as small as Peoria. You know what I mean? But just like Indianapolis, it's a big town. You know what I mean? Like, they have pro sports there. Like, Madison, Milwaukee. Think about all the cities that don't have teams. Salt Lake. Well, Salt Lake has a team. Crap, I never remember they have a team. But
your Sacramento's,
or a city that could support multiple teams. Like there's technically one team in New Jersey and technically one team. You could put another team in New Jersey. You could put. I mean, Philadelphia's got a team, but Pittsburgh doesn't. Look, even Wichita. Omaha, all these things, like Sacramento has been wanting to get in the league. Like, it's, I need a reason to care because I'm finding less reason to care. I was there as an MLS sicko, like waiting for Toronto and Seattle to come in, right? San Diego, I forget consistently that they're going to come in to the league. Like, I forget everything about San Diego the second I'm done having a conversation with someone about San Diego. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even remember
all these teams. All these cities had an MLS team. Like Billings, Montana had an MLS team, or a not an MLS team, but a USL team or something like that.
What if Billings, Montana, what if Billings, Montana always finished just under promotion, but stayed in the second division for like 30 years? They'd have a full stadium and it'd be like a promise of maybe something, but like, you're Millwall, sorry. You know what I mean? But how cool would that be to have, I guess we're railing for promotion relegation like always because we see it in other countries, but oh my God, if there's a country it works the most, it's here. We have so many cities.
Is there a Phoenix? There's no Phoenix.
I got
Phoenix
Rising.
They have Phoenix Rising, but what's crazy is look how much bigger they are than Salt Lake City. But Salt Lake City has a team, 186,000 to $1,400,000. That's wild.
I think one of the biggest representations of American soccer is that Freddie Adu played in RSL.
Yeah. You got like Albuquerque has New Mexico United.
Yeah, New Mexico United. You've got big USL teams. Not big, but you got teams that have roots. Like I made a joke earlier, but the Richmond Kickers have been around longer than most MLS teams.
It's funny you mention that because normally a lot of the DC United guys that couldn't get contracts because of money, they ended up going to the Richmond Kickers or they went to Virginia Beach.
It's amazing. And then look, there was a time where Portland, Seattle, and Vancouver were all pie in the sky USL teams. I remember when Vancouver made a run in the Champions League as a USL team. I remember when the Puerto Rican Islanders made a run in the USL or in the Champions League. But
I remember that too.
Dude, I remember when I was getting into soccer on Friday nights, there was a game with 50 people at it, but sure as shit, Fox Soccer Channel would show a USL game every Friday night.
They used to show the Rochester Rhinos playing against some random team.
And it's a travesty. It's a travesty that the New York Cosmos don't exist in some sort of sense right now. Any kind of real sense.
Do the Rochester Rhinos still exist? I don't think they do.
I don't think so. I mean, I think Jamie Vardy invested in them, and then who knows? It became a front to order Red Bull at market at distributor levels.
Oh, I see. It actually became okay.
So do we know who the teams are that's going to be in the supposed Division 1?
Well, the problem is that you need to have MLS money to compete with MLS. If it's just going to be, $1 million teams, competing, it's not going to change. You already have that now.
Well, you have teams like that overseas. That look at what happened to Plymouth. Look at what happened with Leeds even. You know what I mean? They go through hard times and go in the lower leagues and struggle for a minute, but winning games gets money in the pockets, man.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that nobody's gonna go to USL because it's gonna feel like it's still second or third division in the US.
You underestimate. We just said Gideon Zalalem signed with New Mexico United. We had Bill Hamid sign with Miami FC.
Yeah, but those guys are pretty much at the end of the road of their career. Bill Hamid is at least.
Yes, but USL just sold a guy to Spain. I forget who it was, but they literally just sold a guy.
What I'm saying is that if you're gonna want to compete with MLS, you have to have MLS money backing. You need to have money that equates to whatever MLS is investing, because it's always gonna feel like it's second division. They're never gonna sign a big ticket guy to come play in USL. You have a better chance of them going to MLS, a much bigger chance, but it's always gonna feel like second division.
Well, I mean, how is that gonna exist? I know it legally can. But how is that going to exist? You're right. There is no way it's going to be a first division unless they literally take the governors off and whatever billionaire owns, 9 other teams and was conned in buying a team in Albuquerque is like, well, screw it. I'll just spend all the money. Like,
Yeah, so
you never know. Like, are they going to get a CONCACAF Champions League spot?
They're going to have to compete in the U.S. Open Cup for that.
Trust me, I want all these USL teams. I love the Open Cup. I like the idea of the lower league soccer. Oh man, if I could tell you the most nerdy thing I did, back it was like 2005 or 2004, long before Peoria City, and I was like, they just built they took a minor league baseball stadium and turned it into a soccer park, which is where they play. And I looked up how much it cost to get a franchise in USL, PDL. I was like, man, I'm going to convince a bank to give me 10 grand and I'm going to start a soccer team. But alas, I did not do that. But I don't know, man.
I'm trying to corner the market with those cards, James.
Oh, corner the market, he says.
Speaking of corner the market, we'll be right back after this quick break. Welcome back, everybody, to Enemies of Fire. And one thing that caught our eye this week was MLS introduces the rule that only the captain can go and talk to the referee. And DPG and I were like, wait, wasn't that already a thing?
I thought it was too.
And so we went and looked it up, and sure enough, FIFA, that's been a rule with FIFA for a while now. So it's like, does MLS not have to play by the rules? Are they still running secret penalty kicks behind our back, or what's going on here?
When was the last time you got a jaywalking ticket? That's exactly what it is. It just hasn't been enforced. There's some state somewhere where it's illegal to eat onions on. You know what I mean? But that stuff just isn't enforced.
Onions on what?
Eat onions on what?
There's weird laws on the books in these states from 1833.
Yeah.
But that's it, man. I've always liked this idea. It's never happened. I think it's not only beneficial for the flow of the game. It also keeps
I've seen it happen roughly half the time. I'll see the captain of the team tell everybody get out of here, and then he'll go and get in the ref's face.
Yeah, he'll shoo the crowd away, and then him and the ref will a little further away.
It's gotta be. It's being in that position before as a referee. It's just gotta be one person. Just let me have both the captains of both teams, and then everybody else get the fuck away. And to me, it makes a lot of sense.
I think it'll be great because instead of mobbing the ref, they can turn their anger at each other, and we'll see more craziness and shoving and pushing.
So you're not gonna see them shove the ref around?
No, you're gonna see them push each other.
No, not unless it's a very hot, feverish game. And the referee, they got to start just tossing out yellow cards if you get too close. Yo, hey, I wasn't talking to you. Talk to the hand with a little yellow right there.
I do think referees for too many decades have just let things go too long, and they're kind of well, everybody knows you don't call that, and it's no, just call it for real for a while.
Every time, call it for real every time it happens, like the NFL does. They have a referendum. They're every year they're
the NFL is no fun.
Every year they're the no fun league. Every year the NFL's hey, referees, really tap down on this one thing. Yeah, we know you have to worry about everything else, but this one thing, tamp down on it and get the MLS to do that.
Yeah, it's all good until they get a guy like Paulo Di Canio, freaking pushing the ref to the floor, getting pissed off because he got yellow carded.
Speaking of blasting balls into outer space, which is your favorite match ball here, boys?
I love that you brought this up because the new ball, it looks pretty sick.
I like it. I do. I love it.
I like the new one.
I
gotta be honest. My favorite one still is 06. That I forget what they call it, but that one I've always enjoyed.
I like that.
The one that it was like the 2010 World Cup ball.
Dude,
2019. No, 06 World Cup ball. My bad.
2019 looks sick.
I like 2023. That one was super sick. They're all
I do too.
MLS MLS, believe it or not, has been on the forefront of the ball game.
At 2024, I like as well.
It's crazy how they started with Mitre. Then it went to Kappa.
Guys, the 2005 is classic. There's something so nice and classic about it.
I'll tell you what's classic is that early one, that Mitre one.
Mm-hmm.
The 96 one,
For whatever reason, every kid had it. And it wasn't like one of the soft balls. You remember when those like softer balls came out?
Yeah, it was like
soft. That was that one that like it was like felt like a brick, but it made a sound like the dodgeballs. It would just smack your skin and just like, oh God, you get bruises from it.
Speaking of soft balls, everybody who's watching this, really appreciate if you make a comment. Which your ball is your favorite? We want to hear from you.
They're all good. You can't go wrong.
Yeah.
Like last year's, you know what was cool about last year's?
Wait, I haven't heard DPG's favorite yet.
No, I said I like the 2014 one.
That's your favorite?
Man, but that, you know what? Because that reminds me too much of like a retro Adidas 2020 2002
Powers vibes.
Yeah, I mean, you know what? I think that new one might be my new favorite because it's kind of retro-ish too. It has the retro colors from the green and blue from the 96 ball.
That I did like that a lot. That is super. Last year's I liked because you can't see the detail, but it literally has a flower, like the nation's flower for every nation of a player that was like on a roster.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was super sick, but you can't really see all that detail.
I do like 2017 too, with the Canadian flag and the American stripes and stars and stripes. Like I love that. Looks so cool. I do like that.
They're always on the front foot. Like when Adidas wants to put out a new ball, like especially for a World Cup or a Euros, we get it first. Like in MLS, we're always like we're the target market or the test market.
The test market. Yep.
Anyway, so. A market that wait, what do you got?
Just MLS is starting. It's this week.
I know, I'm so excited.
Let's freaking go, Sickkos.
Oh my God, dude. Who else? I don't know if you guys do this, but I always like. Not only do I love 360, but like if I go to a Fire game, I'll come home and like watch the replay of 360 and watch the whole thing and watch through the day's games. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm not that much of a sicko, but yes. Do you have it connected to your PlayStation?
No, but I don't need it. I got it on the phone, the iPad, the both TVs.
You got an iPhone though. That's the thing. I think
I don't have an iPhone.
Wait,
you gotta watch it.
Hold on, guys.
How you? Wow. All right. We'll get into that.
You watch it on the browser, dog.
Oh shit.
All you do is just bring up the internet browser.
Oh snap. Okay. Nice.
But the problem is you can't ever minimize, like, with YouTube, you minimize it. You can't ever minimize it, which sucks. Which also sucks is we lost DPG.
Oh no.
So I think we should
get close to shutting it down here.
Well, I think we need to take a quick break and come back with Chicago Fire Talk.
All right. Well,
because I see some good news there.
Yeah, we'll bring right back on Enemies of the Fire. Kick that like button. Punt it.
Welcome back, Enemies of the Fire. We are here with a very, very special guest. He's over there or over there. He's somewhere and everywhere. It is Konor Knows Soccer. What's up, bud?
What's up, guys? Thank you for having me on.
Oh, that was very polite. Yes, thanks for coming on. So Konor is here because he is a friend of the show, but also a Columbus Crew head. So with the first game of the season being in unfriendly confines for the Chicago Fire, we want to see what we're up against. So Konor, first and foremost, how do you feel about your team? How do you feel?
Well, I'm at the point where I'm just saying, fuck it. I just want soccer to start because I need something to yell and scream about the next 8 months. So, I'm here. Starts on Saturday. let's rock and roll, man. It's going to be the second full season in 3 years. 3 years that I do every single game live on YouTube. So it's going to be fun. Going to be fun.
So you're going to do every game, huh?
That I can, yes.
Okay.
Working in in a near a tourist area in the summertime, it's kind of like, it's hit or miss during the week. But thank God I changed my availability to get Saturdays and Sundays off, which is when the majority of these games take place. So I am thanking my lucky stars that I did that way before the season, like before football season started.
That was smart, man.
I think we have to address the elephant in the room. So looking at this roster for the Columbus Crew.
Can everyone see the roster?
Yeah, I think so. James posted the roster of the Columbus Crew.
Yes. And he also left Christian Ramirez, who's gone, by the way.
Yes. So looking at this roster, this Columbus Crew team almost looks like a B team without Cucho and Christian Ramirez. Like, besides outside of Nagby and Rossi, I mean, who else do you have that can provide scoring or can score goals and fill in those shoes that Cucho left behind?
I think that's a championship-winning midfielder, set of midfielders, and then in the defense. In the defense, don't you have a couple there too? And in goalkeep, like this is there's a great number of MLS champions, very recent MLS champions, still in this roster despite not having Cucho and Christian Ramirez. But that's a lot of your firepower.
Not only do they not have Cucho, but they don't have many strikers. Period. Like, who's scoring the goals?
I heard an interesting fact on one of the Crew podcasts earlier before I came on. It was the Wiseman Say podcast. They brought up a point. The last 15 games of the 2024 season, 15 goals, 11 different goal scorers for
team games.
How many scores? How many goals did the Crew score last season? Do you happen to know?
I don't have the stats right in front of me.
Better yet.
I would put it in the ballpark of hella.
Well, better yet. How many goals did Cucho scored last season?
15, 16, right?
I think it was like 21 and 15. Give me a second.
So 21 goals and 15 assists?
I think so.
Ooh,
so last season,
stats.
Yeah.
So last season, Columbus scored 72 goals while allowing 40.
Okay.
Wow.
They scored the second most in the East behind Miami.
So here's the thing.
Better goal differential.
21 goals, 15 assists. Think about that.
That's a big nut to cover, man.
That's 36 scoring opportunities or goals. All right, if my math is right. And
we'll stand by it.
No, you said how many goals is this that the Crew score altogether?
70 something.
72.
Almost
72.
half. Almost half of the goals scored or created by Cucho is gone now.
You're not wrong. But so wait, who's playing striker? Who played in the preseason? Do we know?
Jason Russell Rowe is the penciled in starter right now. And I've talked a lot of shit about him. I'm not gonna hold anything back. He's a good striker, but he just hasn't had enough minutes.
He's got a cool enough name.
Yeah, that's a long name.
He's gonna play, man. And from what I've heard about Wilfred Nancy saying about Jason, he said I think it was during preseason, he said Jason
Rex Orlando Russell Rowe. What did he say about him? That's just a long name.
He said Russell Rowe would not be in the team right now if he did not believe in him.
Oh.
A lot of the media is saying he put on a little bit of weight and he's starting to work on his finishing game.
So weight as in a good thing, as in bulking up, or he's getting slower?
Put on a little bit more muscle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, too many chili dogs. So I just gotta say this though, and I get what you're saying. This is your striker, But is he a 36 goal / opportunity type of striker? Because you're technically
No.
Not
you're
off the
gonna put
drop.
your that's
No, but
that's
you
a
get
big
12
drop.
out of that kid. You get 12 out of that kid, 12 and 5, and you land fourth or third in the East.
Yeah,
That's
but
a hell of a season.
that wasn't enough to get him past
New York.
Who was it? Was it New York?
Yeah, New York bounced them, which
Yeah.
was kind of like it was literally like the soccer gods trolling MLS, just a absolute troll. But okay.
I mean,
So Connor,
at the-
who do you believe in on this team? Who's gonna lead this team to any kind of glory this season?
I mean, first and foremost, you got to look at Diego Rossi. I think everybody's pointing the finger at him like, hey, brother, you've had a full season here already. Can you hit the ground running and start and refurbish that form that won you the Golden Boot in 2020 with LAFC?
How many goals did
God, he
Diego?
won the Golden Boot.
Yeah, he was an LAFC guy.
Well, yeah, I was about to say I didn't know if he could be the man because didn't he have Vela there? But dang, he won a Golden Boot, and that was the year Vela was hurt the whole season. Dang.
I mean, Columbus Crew last year was stacked. I mean, you had Cucho, you had
Christian
you know,
Ramirez, you had
Christian Ramirez.
Rossi had a
Rossi.
great season last year. It just wasn't. He wasn't the man. Cucho was.
It
right?
wasn't LAFC Rossi, basically.
And I believe more players are going to step up this year. AZ Jackson, I believe he came in last summer with a trade via from St. Louis City. He showed those sparks of speed and flashiness on the ball. I think he can. I don't think it's hard enough to tell if he's going to be a goal scorer, but he's just good enough to where he's fast and he has that good dribbling ability where he can just be a pest. Stick him on the wing, and he'll just be like a pest and dribble around people and take two guys on. But the guy that I'm really excited to look forward to is Dylan Schombost. He came in the summer as well. I believe he came from Saint Etienne, got promoted to Ligue 1 with Saint Etienne, came here on a free.
Oh,
And again,
So
he's going to be like a new player.
so
He can play
I
the
just
10,
gotta
he can play the wing. He has
So I
a
have to
great
say this.
ball delivery.
James, you're evil, by the way.
I know. I was looking. I was. Hey, you know what? I was looking. I was doing the math too. I pulled out my calculator. 72 goals altogether, right? You subtract Cucho's production, it drops you down to 36, literally half. And you had 40 goals against. So if you're only planning on having this kid score 10 goals, 12 goals, you're basically gonna have all these like either high-scoring games, or you're barely gonna get through with maybe a 1-0 or lose 2-1.
I don't
a lot
know.
of time.
It's hard to bet against Wilfred Nancy.
Yes.
It
Well,
is.
that's the thing. That's the thing.
Yes.
This is why I said it. This is why I mentioned to you guys before. Is this is probably the biggest test of Wilfred Nancy. Like, if he can make something happen with a Cucho-less Columbus Crew team and a Christian Ramirez-less Columbus Crew team, then you know what, he is a man. But
So
if he has,
are you guys linked to anybody, or is it really just the kid with the awesome name, Jason?
Jason Rex,
I mean, we were
Orlando.
linked to a game at Milan. Can't talk. You can tell it's 10:30 at night. We were linked to an Argentine striker from Palmeiras called I only know his nickname Flacco. But they wanted like something like $21 million for him, and he wasn't even a guaranteed starter at Palmeiras. And they brought him in from, I think it's Laos or however you say it in Argentina, but they paid like $10 million for him. And
they were just trying to flip him quick.
yeah, well, I mean, that's Brazilian clubs. They'll throw that number out to European clubs and they'll eat it up. They don't care.
Oh, yeah, it's a weighted market now. Now, Connor, What is your so before we get to some of the fun extracurriculars, because you guys not only have an awesome thing going on, but you guys have a nice big controversy going on. So before we get to any of that, what is your expectation for this team this season?
I'm at the point where the season starts, I'm gonna shut out all the extra noise. I'm trying to tell myself, stay the fuck off Twitter and other social media outlets. And because I'm in the crew Discord and every single day, the same kid. God, I feel bad for him because we all troll him. He come in here, he goes in the Discord and asks every single day, when are we gonna sign somebody? And I finally told him today, I'm like, dude, take a fucking chill pill, relax, and just watch the team with us this season.
My, how the tables have turned.
Dude, it's funny. It's funny
We've been
to
on that
think
other
because-
side where we're banging at the table and we're like, where is the signings? Where is the signings? We're screaming
Yeah,
and finally it's like, we're like, all right, they'll come.
Yeah, we made some signings, thankfully.
Like,
Yes.
here's my thing. I don't want. I gotta mention this because this guy has been a pain in the ass. Because every single crew tweet I see this motherfucker in here, I'm not even gonna give the guy credit because he has 7. He's following 7 people. He made the account last month and he has 0 followers.
It
So
sounds
this
like we're
motherfucker
spending way too much
is-
time on him. He's going to get a lot of joy out of this podcast. So,
Yes.
so let's leave it at that. But
Yeah.
dude, Connor,
Starting to
so
get
when
work.
I'm looking at the striker situation, we're looking at a huge loss here. Like going from 72 goals, good for second best in the league, right behind Messi and Suarez, to now sitting at 44 goals, probably good for amongst the worst in the league. So how do you replace 28 goals? And that's not even including the assists that these two amazing players, former Columbus Crew players, had.
You just score less and finish fourth and try and do like what Atlanta did last year in the playoffs.
If
You know what I
if-
mean?
if
Like,
you could- if you-
it's just what it is.
Say you are Columbus and you have 12 million in the kitty, right? Where can you go and get 28 goals or,
So,
19,
Cucho
which is
sale-
what Cucho was?
The Cucho sale was 16 million with possible add-ons
Mhm.
and like a 10 to 20% sell-on clause.
Nice.
Here's my thing. A lot of fans think, okay, we're going to go ahead and replace the like for Cucho. No, you can't find another Cucho Hernandez out there.
No.
Here's my
Look at
thing.
Atlanta. They've been desperately trying to do the same thing, like this, pull the rabbit out of the hat, because they did it once with Almiron, and they're
You're
like,
right. They keep trying
did
to
it
bang
with
on that door. You're right.
They did it with the other cat too, the one that scored like all those goals. I keep forgetting his name.
Joseph
how-
Martinez. What is
Yeah,
wrong with you? Throw
I
some
know,
respect on his name.
No, you know
Joseph
what?
Martinez.
He fell off, man. When he got hurt, that was it for him. He was never the
God
same
forbid
anymore.
He snaps his whatever tendons that exist in his legs. Hey,
wait, I got
Can
something
I-
about
anyway,
Joseph.
no.
where
I
is it?
honestly believe this crew team is good, but not great. Last year they were pretty great. So like, honestly, James, you're killing me. Honestly speaking, where do you think they're gonna finish, Connor?
By the
I
way,
mean,
there's a
right-
great episode last week.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
I mean, right now, where we can challenge for upper mid-table, but I
Are we,
I will-
Connor?
No, you're mu-
Connor, you're
Yeah,
not
we-
speaking into your.
yeah.
we
Yeah,
lost you for a second.
Yeah.
I thought you were choking on your Jello there.
Yeah, you're good. So, what was your opinion right before you gave your actual opinion?
okay. Let me recollect my thoughts. Okay. So, I wanted to point out that they held a Nordeca season ticket member Q&A with Isatal, the general manager, and Wilfred Nancy.
Such a cool name. Nordeca.
I know, Issa. Anyway, they mentioned something they said when they look for a player, they first they want to make sure their their work ethic. How much are they willing to do the dirty stuff, get back and defend, or make that extra pass, run into the areas, get that, make those runs. But one thing that really stood out for me is, and I hate to do this but an example of this would be like finding players who want to come to Columbus and want to play for the jersey they put on week in and week out.
I don't think you're going to have trouble, Connor, because frankly speaking, you found better players than the Chicago Fire, and we have Chicago. You guys have
Wilfred Nancy.
You have
People
Wilfred Nancy,
him.
which is an undeniable pull on top of a great organization with the Crew. They say what we will about the Crew as one of our quote unquote rivals. Hasn't been a while since we've rivaled them really, because they're off winning championships and we're off winning silver wooden spoons. But that's what we're dealing with here. Like, the Crew are one of the better organizations in all of MLS.
One of my favorite things that I just realized about the Crew, they've won a championship with every one of the logos.
Oh, let me find that.
So all three logos, they have their 3 titles. I'm impressed.
In the I think the last 2 championships came off of selling somebody. I think 2020 was Higuain,
Federico Higuain left because to go play with his brother.
2023 was Lucas Zelrayan. 2024, Cucho Hernandez. Now, do we win MLS Cup after selling Cucho? That's to be determined. I'm saying I like the pattern I'm seeing, but I'm not delusional. I have a.
How long has Wilfred Nancy coached this team?
This is his 3rd year.
Okay,
that's the one you guys got to watch the most. No other player really matters to get poached. Wilfred Nancy getting poached is the thing you got.
That's the most dangerous thing for the Crew. I totally agree. What do you think? Do you agree with that, Connor? Connor, do you actually agree with that assessment?
I do. I mean, there was rumors that Saint Etienne was sniffing around early. I think it was towards the end of the last season. Saint Etienne was, sniffing around, and I think they made like a low ball offer or something, and like Columbus said, kick rocks. You know what I mean? So go back. I want to touch on something real quick, James. Go back to the Wikipedia article with the roster on it real quick. I want to touch on something here. If you can find. Okay, so looking at these names, like this is top 6, top 5 in the East as the roster is right now.
I'd agree.
But
when you guys signed Neymar for striker in the summer.
Yeah.
So potentially rumors going around where the window's open to April. I highly believe we're going to get a player or two before the window closes. I highly doubt the front office is going to lead that. But the rumor is we could possibly have 2 DP spots open, because Darlington Nagbe's contract is in a situation to where we can buy him down to a Tim or a GAM player.
So you mean you'd have 3 DPs?
Oh, well, no, because they got
there's Diego Rossi. There's Diego.
So Rossi's a DP.
So wait, Cucho or Cristiano Ramirez is going to pay down Nagbe, and then they're going to open up 2 DP spots. That's
Diego Rossi's 26 years old.
For whatever reason, I thought he was already in his early 30s.
So potentially we have 2 DP spots open, and then if we use one now, we can use another one in the summer, and then I'll have to do my math, but I think we have 3 U22 initiative spots open as well.
Yeah, all I see is homegrowns. Yeah.
Wow. Let's go to the Fire.
Isn't that funny how much like they just had a great season despite getting bounced in the playoffs. They won a title the year before, and they still have roster flexibility. When we were told from 2013 to 2021 that our roster was stuck.
I mean, like I'm looking at the Fire roster, and like that
It
roster
doesn't say homegrowns
is-
though. It's not.
No,
saying.
it's not as
I
detailed.
mean, it's
Nobody
a
cares.
decent roster.
So
Chris Brady,
so
Jack Elliott, Zeker Knuckle, Gutierrez, Bamba,
Barroso.
Acosta, Pipers. I mean, you got some names I recognize on there.
Yeah,
So here's the thing.
I still think it's battling 8th, 9th, 7th
so
region.
so I'm a firm believer that whenever you have
Mueller.
a new head coach, it could go two ways. It could become a disaster, or the new head coach turns things around. I've seen it happen in MLS. You know, you can see it play out sometimes in the Premier League. So if Kloppos was still running this team, if Kloppos was still running this team, I'll be in panic mode.
Oh my God, agreed. Yeah, if Kloppos coached this team, we'd be
Like, even though, like, I didn't see enough of this preseason to say, hey man, we're gonna have a good team. I want to give the benefit of the doubt to Greg Berhalter.
Yes.
Because he left MLS as a good head coach, as a great head coach.
Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm going to interrupt because we have this funny dynamic here. So, DPG and I mentioned last week how weird it was to 1 month say this guy's the dumbest guy we've ever seen. He needs to lose his job. And then 2 months later be like, this man will save us. But
yes,
this man will save
you
us.
Actually had Berhalter. What did you think?
That was too early for me. I
want to say
until 21.
Okay.
I was gonna say that Greg Berhalter pretty much started that cycle where you actually start having good Columbus Crew teams. He pretty much planted the seeds.
He got him back up off the mat. You're right.
Yeah.
Because after that 08 title, they kind of fell off hard.
Yeah.
So hold on before we go. I want to talk about the fun. What do you want? Okay, hold on, Connor. What do you want? Fun or controversy?
So I actually want fun first because I put up an interesting stat on FB Ref, and it's a good trivia question.
Okay.
So you guys ready for this?
Yes.
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Let me wake my mouse up here. So
You're talking MLS Sickkos here, man.
Okay, so
Brian Mazanoff.
No.
Frankie Hayduck.
What? No. Oh, here we go. There it is.
That's another crew head right there. That's the biggest crew head I know.
Fire.
Okay.
So the crew in Columbus, they're unbeaten. So the Columbus Crew are unbeaten against Chicago at home since May 22nd, 2015.
Whoa.
When was the last time the Fire beat Columbus in Columbus?
In 2015?
So 2015.
I want to say
10 years.
So 2015. In Columbus, in the series, 2015 is what started this unbeaten streak between the Fire and Chicago. And Columbus.
Okay. So 2014 was the last time they beat them.
So I'm guessing it was a Mike McGee goal that beat Columbus.
2014.
You would be no. The 2014 game, Columbus beat Chicago 2-0.
Wait a second.
So 2014, I guess you can start that. So yeah.
Did Mike McGee score that goal?
I don't know. I'm not looking at the match report.
Oh.
When was the last time the Fire went into Columbus and got all 3 points?
2012.
2012?
2013. 2013.
2014.
Yep. 2013. The last time the Fire went into Columbus and got all 3 points, June 22nd, 2013, in a 2-1 win at historic Crew Stadium with Drew Fisher as the referee. Now, I'm
Who
gonna
scored the
pull up
goals?
match.
That's almost 12 years ago.
He said who
I
scored the
think
goal?
I saw that. I think I
2012,
saw that.
it's Stearns John.
So I pulled
Stearns
up.
John scored a goal.
Hold on.
Hold on.
No, that's Diego Chares and Ferrari. Ferrari, right? Oh God.
Hold on.
Ah.
I'm looking.
Oh, wrong
Who?
guy, not Stern John, right?
Okay,
We
it
had
wasn't
so
Sir
John. No, we had
what
the
did I
other
say?
guy, John Stearns.
Look for Columbus Crew versus the Fire 2013. There you go.
Okay, I got it. Who scored the first goal in that game? First goal was scored by Columbus.
Oh, in 2013.
2013. Last time Chicago beat Columbus in Columbus.
Brad Davis. No, what's his name? Chris Mullins? No, that's our guy.
No.
I'm going to show you. In the 7th minute, Federico Higuain scored a penalty.
Oh.
Dang, Higuain was on the team all the way back
I'm
then.
telling you, I think this was a Mike
Dang.
McGee game. I think Mike McGee scored the goals for the Fire.
Mike McGee scored the second Fire goal.
I knew it. I saw that game.
Equalizer in the 52nd minute. And for you guys, I have no idea who this guy is, but this is going to be a way throwback name for you.
Hold on. I would have said
it's going to be that
Was it
guy who got in trouble
Quincy?
for beating up his girlfriend. I know it.
Quincy. Oh, Dilly Duca. No, it wasn't. No, not Palladini.
Dilly Duca. I was
No,
thinking
somebody else.
Daniel
Dilly Duca
Palladini.
in the 52nd minute to make it 1-1.
Oh, it was Dilly Duca.
Yep. 2 minutes later, Mike McGee scored in the 54th minute, and that's the way it would end 2-1 to the Fire.
He still plays for FC Motown.
Dilly Duca still plays?
I think Dilly Duca played like a year or two in Columbus.
Yeah, he did.
Look,
he wasn't a bad
page.
He wasn't a bad player. I don't know why we got rid of him. He was actually kind of decent.
So I just thought that was interesting because I heard that on a podcast today. I'm like, I'm going to bring that up.
So I actually saw that game. I remember seeing that game because that was the year that Mike McGee had his MVP season. And like it was kind of exciting to watch the Fire play because you kind of felt that Mike McGee was going to score in every game.
So who was in goal that game for the Chicago Fire?
John, the milkman.
Sean Johnson.
Yep. He got a yellow card in the 8th minute of that game.
Yes, the milkman.
Yep.
All right. So before we get stuck on trivia and just become dudes naming dudes, let's take a look at this new kit that Columbus has because this is sick. Now we'll talk about this very quickly because we have to talk about the meaty controversy. That's the stuff I want to hear about. So
it's called the Goosebumps kit, James.
Yeah, the agreement with the Goosebumps guy, R.L. Stine, the letters they give you in the final round of Wheel of Fortune. This is sick. I'm not even gonna lie. This is absolutely sick. Apparently, Connor tells us it glows in the dark, which also is sick. I once had a White Zombie t-shirt that I had no idea glowed in the dark until like eventually a girlfriend told me.
In case the stadium lights go out, they'll fine you.
I mean, that's super sick. The stocking cap that Connor showed us as well was stupid sick. It's just, I wish the Fire would get more cool shit. We're trying so hard to be cool.
So in the daytime, that like slime pattern, it's yellow. So it's like a shade of yellow. So like if it's a night game and the sun is down and they're going to do like some sort of light show in the stadium or whatever, that glows in the dark.
Hell
That's fucking sick.
I told you it's
like a little Goosebumps tag right there.
And I think you're gonna buy one, aren't you?
I am.
That's gonna be sick.
I hope.
Get paid on Thursday, baby. Yeah.
I hope that works out for you.
Yeah, seriously.
But
man.
So I was thinking, I'm assuming it takes a little longer for custom jerseys to get there, right?
Yes.
So who should I get on the back out of the pre-jerseys? They got Zawadzki.
Get your own name. Get your own name.
All right,
That's
so
the way to go.
Here's the
Do your own name and your own number.
This is sick.
Pause the video.
This is
So,
sick. The
this
little
kid-
the piano in the background and
So
the
this
book
kid
going
here-
out there. I wonder who it is. Who's grabbing that book?
So this kid here, this is Darlington Nagby's, I think, his like second oldest son.
Yeah,
Gotta
he's
save
got
on
like
production.
4 or 5 kids, doesn't he? He's at least got 3.
All right, let's break this down. He's
No,
reaching for a
break
book.
it. Just play the.
Let's unearth the secrets. Surely there's gonna be a few secrets. They're gonna put a
They
little.
actually
Oh wait, go
they
back.
actually made a book.
Go back. Ooh, got a little crew bag there. Little
My
ball.
question is, did they sell the book too?
So look at the chapters.
Oh
called
my
the
gosh, there might be a crew Goosebumps book. I'm buying it. Who's not
That's-
buying
that's
it?
the ru-
That
the
would be
rumor is-
sick. R.L.
the rumor
Stine, get
is-
on it. What would you call
Yeah, the
it?
rumor
I want to hear
is,
title ideas in the comments for R.L. Stine's upcoming Columbus Crew Goosebumps crossover.
The catacombs were.
So a lot of people are saying that book shot is like a little teaser for like a special edition Goosebumps crew themed book.
Counting
Oh.
the days until this night.
Oh hell
A
yeah!
special
You know the
tour
rumor?
under the Crew Stadium. The catacombs where legends whispered of something's lurking. Being
I
the
love it.
biggest Columbus Crew fan, in my friends Marcus and Elena came along.
So
They thought
it-
that
it-
anyway. Well, that's what friends are for, right? And even except, then I imagined a guide, a handful of other fans down.
Good. I like the reading of the blurry words. So you said R.L. Stine's. Is he from Columbus or just Ohio?
Yes, he is born and raised in Columbus and a Ohio State alumni.
Ooh.
There you
So
go. Play,
and then I'm
play it.
Oh, look at
Yeah,
that!
tell us about that book though.
That green is Goosebumps green.
No,
It's like immediately recognizable.
It's
So
yeah. This
the,
is
the library that they shot this in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm blanking on the name of it. I'm gonna have to Google it. But it's
There's
an
something.
actual
Okay, is this a clue
library.
over here, Connor? In the upper left says something about overwrite your prayers. Fourth corn one time true. Wagnalls.
I don't know, but this is I'm blanking on the name of it, but this is this library that they used to shoot it in. It's an actual library in Columbus. Like you can go in and see the library.
That
where they
door's
shot
sick.
this, but go ahead, continue to Bagby's kid again.
Wait, let's take another peek at that book. Black
What
and
You
did
said
it
about the
say?
book?
Black and Claw. That might be the upcoming title. Black and Claw. And they got the Sick Crew logo. Nothing I'm seeing in the background. Ooh, that's a cool ball.
We're really gonna freaking decipher this freaking video, aren't we?
oh, this is like we're going over it like it's a Kruger film.
Oh, whoa, did you see that? Look at the shit.
Even the
Glow-in-the-dark
ball, even the
ball.
ball, yes. In case the lights
Oh
go
my
out at the
God.
stadium.
The glow,
Dude.
that,
In case
that might be a real
in case there's
ball.
another fire.
This is literally fucking a crew video, and it's
This
got James
ball
so
would be
hyped.
sick.
I know.
They're gonna release this ball, even though it's like
It
a
looks
beat up, decrepit ball.
They're gonna release a torn up ball. You got it, buddy.
It's like people who buy jeans with tears in them already.
And the crew are gonna play with glow in the dark shoes.
But look how sick that jersey is.
That
It is sick.
you can see it glowing
Yeah.
right there.
I'm
The fire
Very
need
jealous.
to do this. The fire need to do this with like a bright fire orange, or like
No, you got it all wrong. You
I
gotta
think it
use a
should be
neon.
fire and
You gotta use a neon relish.
a
like
neon
from
orange,
Portillo.
a neon bright orange that just.
so is this the road or the home kit?
This is technically the away kit, but they're wearing it for the first game Saturday.
Oh,
against
smart,
Sickkos.
smart.
Makes sense. Night game. They
So
can
there's
see
Monte
everybody.
Rossi.
Oh, oh, I'm about to puke.
At least we got one of those.
Oh my god, 3 of them. Good lord. Number 96. Wait, take a look at that collar.
Yeah, the collar is sick. How it says Columbus Crew. That is
Yeah,
nice.
that's what
True,
That's
yeah,
the
nice.
Goosebumps.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick. We might have to get Columbus
Well,
Crew jerseys.
I have a question for you guys before
Yeah.
we resume. I'm assuming a lot of you grew up in like the 90s, right? All 3 of you, somewhere around there.
Thank you for calling
Yes.
us old, but yes.
Been there.
Oh, okay.
Talk to the hand.
If you read the books or watched the show, what is your favorite book or episode?
I apparently so I literally just watched the show with David Schwimmer, and it actually was the season of the best book that I read, which was like the second one, which is like the thing in the basement thing. It's like the literal second one. I was around at the beginning.
So
Yeah, I
cheese and
remember it was
Out of the basement.
welcome to
Wait,
Right
let's
there,
yeah.
let's come back to this. But like, I mean the monster from Pasadena, or was it? There was like a Bigfoot from Pasadena. That one I
Portland is a
remember.
good episode.
Say Cheese and Die, which is starring a famous Hollywood movie star.
I remember
I
the
remember
Night of the
Welcome
Living
to-
Dummy one too. That one was cool.
Yeah.
Night of the Living Dummy, classic.
You know, one thing I used to like
Camp
about
Nightmare
what-
is great book. That one's scary.
What I used to like about these books is the artwork, man, on the cover.
Oh yeah, it was dude. These were sick. The haunted
Okay.
mask. That one, I like I said, I was there from the beginning. Like
I remember getting
that
like the
one was
5-pack.
the one of the basement one was my favorite. Stay out of the basement. It was cool. That was the first one that you just clicked on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's just like I watched it all the time with my sister growing up.
There
and
it is. That's the cover
was
of the Stay Out of the Basement with the hand coming out the door.
Yeah.
Anyway, my bad.
All right, let's
Anyway,
get back to
I
the
gotta
the
sidetrack.
video.
Oh my god, we haven't even finished the minute and 30-second video.
Wait. Oh, I
Good
just
job.
jumped ahead. Oh!
Oh, they're holding goo.
They should be throwing that in the in like the other team's face after they score goals. Like,
Oh.
They're
Yeah, like the Portland has the tree, Columbus has the goo.
and
they're
you're
gonna
like,
score
well,
a goal
and
and
not
they're
the
gonna go like
players,
this.
but not the players, but like Sparky and like maybe Sparky gets in on it, and the Columbus Crew mascot comes out and he just like slimes them.
Oh god.
That was fun. Wait, what's he holding there? What's he holding?
He's holding the goo,
probably.
man.
Yeah, he's all gooed up.
He's good.
Oh god. No, this is great. The goo is the best part.
They're really
That
going
mirror?
ham with that goo.
Yeah, dude, they're really they're doing the damn thing, man. Big props to the marketing department.
Wait, that's sick.
So I'm guessing
Come on,
that's old
play
boy.
it, play it. Yeah, it's old boy. Yep.
It's almost done.
All right, so
Yeah, I'm still waiting for
so
I'm still waiting for the Portillo kit.
yeah, you keep waiting. All right, so peep this. Will they be wearing that? Will they be wearing that shirt when they play against Miami and Cleveland? Connor.
So it is confirmed from Massive Report writer Tyler Fisher that the first game they will don the Goosebumps kit is Saturday against Chicago.
Do you think R.L. Stine's going to be there? And do you guys have like an opening salvo or something, like, an opening ceremony that you do where, and I wonder if R.L. Stine will be involved with that.
They have the match igniter, but Oriel Stine is not doing the match igniter. It's confirmed that 2 Ohio State players are doing the match igniter. But if I had to guess, I think they play into the Goosebumps theme Saturday night a little bit. And what
I
I think
can't
would be
wait.
cool is, what I think would be cool is they turn. I don't know how they can really do this, but I have a feeling it's going to be dark, like as the players are warming up.
Mm.
And if they can pull it off, if the league says yes, they should turn all the lights off or dim them in the stadium, and then play as the players are coming out on the field to warm up. They should play the Goosebumps theme song.
That would be
That would
sick.
be awesome.
I can't. I have to admit, the whole time you were talking, because James brought up the opening ceremonies thing, all I could think of is how New England has like an empty cardboard box with the logo of the other team and just like pushes it down. Anyway, so no, I tried to goat you into it, but the big news that I saw, the big hubbubaloo on the social medias, was that everybody's pretty pissed that the Crew are gonna play in Cleveland against Miami, and from what I see, the Nordeca was like big mad, don't care.
What was the reason
No,
behind that?
everybody's pissed, man. Like,
What was the reason
people
behind that?
talking in the Crew money,
Yeah, to fit more people.
and the Haslams own the Browns, which is a complete clusterfuck on its own.
Yeah.
But what I don't understand is, like, I mean, duh, they're doing it to get Messi and the Messi money and all that fun stuff. But like, a lot of people are pissed because they said this won't be the first and the last time where they put important matches in Cleveland. And like, a lot of people are saying, like, hold the fuck on a minute. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Like,
I would be kind of. I'd be kind of pissed if I was a Crew fan. Like, I'd be pissed if Chicago. What the hell?
Oh, we got the
That's such a just a classic. And
I never-
And then there's the dog with the glowing eyes. Yeah.
I saw the TV show. when
I
was
never
growing up.
watched the show until recently with the David Schwimmer thing. But anyway,
That's really him walking.
so
He's
like
walking on a
legit,
hill in Ohio.
So hold on, there's not. James, pause this.
Sorry,
bullshit.
that's all I can play.
So there's not a team in Cleveland. Is there a future where they
Chilling.
slide the Columbus Crew over to Cleveland and just be like, we own a big stadium, we're gonna play here?
I mean, if you get past all the Cincinnati trolls on Twitter, then here's my thing. They're trying to push to build a new stadium for the Browns. And Cleveland gets a next pro team. And then they're more than likely going to get a USL Super League team.
Yeah,
It's
USL's coming. USL's coming, and I wonder if they do so well that MLS absorbs them. And there's no talk about promotion relegation
James,
exactly.
you know, we talked all about this already.
I know, but I didn't get to say my 2 cents. But files papers.
But like,
All right.
here's the thing. Like, a lot of the original Crew fans and the fans who were around for Save the Crew are going to say, look, we already had one owner who tried to pull this bullshit. If these owners try to pull the same bullshit, we're going to do the same thing again.
Yeah,
You know,
well, it seems a
if
little
you-
harder to get people together to do anything these days.
Yeah.
I remember the Save the Crew movement. I was pissed. I didn't want to see the Crew go to Texas. Like, that was bullshit. The Crew is like kind of, despite not being in the first ever played game, they're kind of ground zero. It's the one weird ass town that got a team. Every other city was big. You know what I mean?
Weird.
It's like, it's the one weird ass place that got their first stadium, even though it was like a shoebox. Like, they're the one weird ass place that had like support, like group going pretty well early on. You know what I mean? It's like Columbus was a big part of this league and has been. And like, look, they were originally owned by the Hunts, who owned every team for a minute. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Why do the Crew have such sick jerseys?
Because
where are the Fire
because they
jerseys to
didn't-
compete with this? Like, okay, that's sick.
Hey, the Fire
because
had a
Nelson
good jersey.
Rodriguez was involved with
Have
our.
you
You know
guys
what
seen the
Nelson
goalkeeper?
Rodriguez did? He came in
The
and
what?
cut all the departments and all the departments, and he
Look up
decimated
the,
everything.
What
Look up
jersey?
the 2025 Columbus goalkeeper jersey. It's purple. I don't know why it's not here.
It's purple. Well, it depends on who's wearing it. They get to pick their color, don't they?
I think no, that's LAFC. Hold on, I'll just pull it up on my phone. Give me a second.
Is this it?
This is
Oh,
what
there
happened.
it is.
Yep.
Patrick
Isn't that
Schulte.
beautiful? Oh, that's threads. We don't want the. Look at that.
I like it.
I think it's awesome.
It's all right.
It's all right. Maybe that's not doing justice. Maybe that's what it is.
I mean, goalkeeper kits are just kind of like vomits of color anyway. It's like you know what I mean. It's like I don't know. They feel like the knockoff. Like I don't know. Some people are really into that kind of thing. They just look goofy to begin with. Remember when Tim Howard was rocking the like camo on Everton? God. So I think we've kind of covered just about everything you possibly can with this crew team. So I want to get Konor locked in here. First and foremost, you have evaded my questions like a politician. I want to lock you down on what position you think they're going to finish in the East. I want to lock you down on what you think that's going to happen on Saturday. A score or like a score prediction.
Okay, so for positioning, I think we're getting a striker. It's going to be this window or the summer. I think we're getting a striker, first and foremost.
No, I mean position in the table. Where are you guys finishing?
That's what I'm getting to. Goddamn. Realistically, anywhere from 4th to 7th. That's kind of the expectation right now.
So you expect playoffs?
Yes, you see a lot of these pundits saying, "Oh, we're going to finish 10th. We're going to miss the playoffs." Blah 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 blah. Cool. You get paid millions of dollars to talk bullshit on TV every single week. Congratulations, guys. But yeah, I think it's going to be anywhere from like 4th to 7th, maybe 8th, 9th. I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I'll give you that. Like,
Joseph Lowery has you guys picked 4th.
Yeah, Lowry's got you
Lowery
up there.
is saying, like, I mean, 4th is respectable. 2 years ago, we won the MLS Cup from 4th place. And I vividly remember the Hell is Real Eastern Conference Final. Nobody gave him a shot. And they said, back. And the game in Orlando, nobody gave him a shot. And they said, hold my beer. And they won that game. And I remember nobody gave him a shot against LAFC. Won the game.
Hot take: Philly is finishing last in the East.
Yeah.
Oof.
Konor, who are you predicting?
Yeah, who do you got for MLS Cup?
I don't know. I want to say I can't stand Messi. My gut says Miami, and the Galaxy.
Okay.
But my heart is saying, and I would rather make a run, go on a revenge tour and win CONCACAF Champions Cup. But my heart is saying Columbus Galaxy.
Okay. Well, we respect
that's
it.
what my heart's saying right now.
Yeah.
All right. We respect it. So everybody, throw some respect on his name. He is Konor Knows Soccer. He's going to be streaming all the games. He's going to be doing the damn thing all season long for you Columbus Crew fanatics. This has become some sort of a tradition where, for whatever reason, the Chicago Fire podcast gives an extremely crazy amount of care, effort, and time to our biggest rival in theory, which is no longer a rival. You guys in Cincinnati hate each other now. We're on an island of no hatred, apparently. We better start shit with Minnesota because St. Louis has got KC. You guys got Cincy. We better start shit with somebody until Milwaukee gets a team.
No, we're going to go fight with St. Louis. We will force a fight with St. Louis.
Yeah, we kind of already have. But anyway, I'm sorry. We've gotten off track. We will be right back to talk about the Chicago Fire, everybody, which is, I I know, strange concept, but thank you again, Konor, for being here. Peace. Welcome back, fellow enemies of the fire. We may be down a man, but we're here to finally talk about the Chicago Fire's first game of the season. And James, my friend, I love what I'm seeing here. This is Jason Lowery.
Joseph Lowery. I've interviewed him. He's amazing. He's an awesome guy, Joseph.
He was a very, everybody and their brother. We all love Daryl, and we miss him dearly. But all of the additions to Total Soccer Show have been amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Joseph Lowery, Graham, oh God, now I'm blanking.
Oh, now you're on the spot.
Well, the new Total Soccer Show crew is its own thing, and it's just as good. You know what I mean? Daryl, it was sick. I remember listening to that show a long time ago when they had 4 hosts. But anyway, yep. I digress.
But the key factor here is that Chicago Fire here are the number 9 team, Toke. That's what I'm reading here when I'm looking at Joseph Lowery's predictions. And when I think to myself, oh, the number 9 team at MLS, what does that mean? What does that mean? Playoffs? And I got a little excited there because I feel like Joseph Lowery's got a pretty good peg on things. And here's the thing. You could put a plus minus of 2 on this position for Chicago Fire. They might end up in 11th. They might end up in 7th.
So how would you react if they finished in 9th? How would you feel about the season?
They made the playoffs. Unreal. When was the last time they made the playoffs? You can't even tell me what year.
I agree.
Put it in the comments below.
That's the bar for me of a successful season. We have to make the playoffs. I cannot have you look me in the eyes and tell me that Greg Berhalter needs more than 1 season to turn this team around.
You think we're going to make the playoffs?
Every other team goes from worst to first.
Not with Tom Barlow starting.
Well, that's because Hugo,
that's right.
So big news coming up is Hugo Kuipers is the one we're worried about. He may not be ready for this Columbus game. They're talking like he's almost ready, but they're like, why risk it in 0-degree weather?
Ready. Oh, he's not ready then. Done.
Yeah, so Tom Barlow's going to start. I don't know how you feel about that.
Who the
hell is Sam Rogers? Sam Rogers is a center back who people are high on. Some people think he's going to start next to Elliott. Other people think he's going to spot start with Tehran starting next to
Look at this.
Elliott.
An American that left over for Rosenborg, Hamkam, Norway. What's Lillestrøm? Norway. Back to Norway.
Yeah,
Norway. A lot of Norway.
He spent some time in Norway, but we'll see what happens with this kid. I mean, he's 25.
Is this guy a Viking? So... What's going on here?
Oh man! So James, I gotta ask you this.
This is what's coming up for this is what's coming up. All right.
Yeah, I don't think he's a very famous player. I'm gonna put it that way.
Find him.
I don't think he's a famous player.
We can't even find him.
So for those of you who don't know, since this is only the second episode of the season, James was not here for our prediction episode and where we talked about all the additions and all this. So as a Chicago Fire fan, who is your favorite addition so far? Like, who are you most excited about?
For Chicago Fire, tell
me all the reasons why it's Jonathan Bamba.
Why it's Mo Bamba. Yeah, it's obviously Bamba. But beyond Bamba, that's really where we got it. Hold on, I gotta find this. Where the hell did it go? Oh wait, it's back here.
Oh, you just had it too.
No, this is what I'm looking for. So Ruminaj Kwame, who the hell is this?
So we got him on. So here's the thing. This is what I said. This is what I said last week on the preview episode.
We got a secret little team here, guys. Sam Rogers coming over from Europe. Kwame on loan from Cadiz. Hopefully, Murray and Selassie is not starting. I would love him coming off the bench. I'd love Mueller. Mueller's got to be a reserve player at this point. Zinkernagel, I've seen some awesome little highlights of him from the other day at LAFC. I was liking his touches on the ball. Leonardo Barroso. What?
Yeah, that's the one a lot of people are high on this kid.
How
This
the
one's an
hell
actual
did they
kid.
get Barroso? They're
Well-
doing a little football managing. They're like, you know what, Sporting? Give us that Leonardo Barroso.
I mean, who knows what Sporting has in the pipeline for right backs? So maybe he was surplus. But I mean, everybody's high on that kid. People are high on Zink. The thing about Kwame that gets me is, and this is again maybe my problem, but I heard came in to compete for the center mid position, and I'd like to have had a starting center midfielder. You know, like
he
there
looks
needs
like
to be some.
he looks better than
needs to be-
Goody. I mean, he looks better than Goody from when I was watching the game.
Well, he's
the
not
other
going to
day.
play. He's not going to play attacking. He's going to be next to Acosta.
You
If
got
he starts, 'cause
Kwame.
that one-
Kwame is going to be next to Acosta.
That one kid. Well, no.
Can you see my screen, by the way?
Yeah, you've got it. You've got it crazy. That's an otter. Now Zink is going to play on the right. Marin Holly Selassie is out
Yeah.
for at least this week. And then Bamba's going to start obviously on the left.
Mm-hmm.
Now the kid might start in place of Kwame. Go back to the roster. I can't think of what this kid's name is. It starts with an O, Oriole or whatever. He started. Where is he? He's a kid. Oh, Sergio Arrigolo. That kid.
Orrego? He's a homegrown.
Okay, so he played in the last preseason game. I really refuse to watch preseason
Mhm.
and take anything from it. But who knows, man?
I don't think it's
just-
going to be Oragel. I think it's going to be Kwame. I think it's going to be Kwame and Acosta. Zinkernagel going to be our midfield. Look at this great midfield. Bamba.
No, Zink's dude, you're crazy. Zink's gonna play on the wing. Zink
He's
and
number
Bamba
11.
are on the wings.
Zink could be playing on the wing. I mean, if they gave him the number 11, it looks like, which is a winger number. What's interesting though, Turan, Elliott, I'm not worried about Suke, but Chris Brady, by the end of this season, he's going to be rated 73 by FIFA. Because that's and you know what that will mean? That will mean that the Fire have had a solid season. Because if you look at the spine of this team, Hugo, Zink, Kwame, Acosta. Okay, Zink's not there, but Kwame, Acosta, Kuipers, Elliott, and Brady. That's a spine. That's
It
a
is a
respectable. That's a respectable spine. And you want to roll into that a little bit of leadership from Omar Gonzalez. He's not going to be starting every game. But he's back
No,
there.
I like having him around. My biggest fear is
to
that
coach Turan a little bit.
well, my biggest fear is by game 20, Omar is wearing the armband, starting every game. But
Hey, if that's getting us wins,
I don't think it would be. That's my point. I don't think it would be.
I'm thinking.
But
I'm seeing a playoffs for this team. This is this team is improved, and they got Sam Rogers.
you didn't even know who he was 5 minutes ago.
I'm excited about Sam Rogers.
You know what? I'm
Omari
excited for
Glasgow
you.
made the team too. You know what?
Yes, Glasgow
We'll see a little bit more out of him. This is an exciting
Pareba.
team.
Pareba, they had some high hopes for, but he's out for the season.
Triple G's made some moves, boys. Triple G's made some moves. Let's go.
So now that you're excited, so I'm gonna say this. So is it fair to say that the Chicago Fire got you hyped?
No, this podcast got me hyped.
Okay, so I got to tell you this. I was a little down last week,
Mhm.
and now I'm starting to inject hope into my veins again. I'm
Mhm.
gonna become a hope junkie again
Mhm.
because
And we got room
I
for
want to-
DP. Don't even and guess who's not here? Guess whose name you do not see?
Neymar.
Gaston Jimenez.
Oh no, of course. I am happy that the only remnants of Gaston Jimenez is signature on that shirt right there.
And that's not all. They've totally retooled this midfield. They've totally retooled it. Like they got fed out. Navarro's gone. No, sorry, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Navarro's gone. They have totally reset this midfield, and it was needed for a long time. I'm excited to see what we're gonna get.
I'm gonna tell you my only concern is I feel like we're a little thin in the midfield. If Kwame holds up to speculation, if we're talking a 73 on FIFA, and I saw he was a TAM player, which is supposedly supposed to be, a big deal here, then I'm feeling a little bit better, man. But we're thin. Like who's backing up the midfield? Pineda, right? Like who else? Who else plays the center?
Pineda's backing up everywhere.
Well, yeah, a whole team of Kalen Cars, right?
You know what?
So,
but Pineda's turned into a nice little gem to have. A nice little Jonathan Campbell that you can kind of fill in a few different spots. Well, Campbell was really only a center back, but
I don't know, man. I'm telling you this. I want more. I feel like we're a couple pieces away. Like I think we can squeak into the playoffs with what we have. But we're like a DP and another decent signing away from competing. And that's what I want to do is compete. And look at I want you to go back to that. Talking about hyped up. What a perfect transition. This past weekend, your boy went to Soccer Saturdays, and the Fire were having a release party for the brand new away kit, which, yes, in some sense is sad because the confetti kit has been sent out to pasture, and that was my favorite.
You love that one, yep.
But it looks way better in person than I thought it was going to.
It did.
It looked way better in person.
It really did.
And like that coat was sick. It was a good time. I didn't end up buying a kit because I think I'm going to buy a confetti kit. But I had a blast. It was one of the better put on things the Fire have done that didn't have like players and stuff. Like legit, they got people in quickly. There was this huge line, and you know what? It was only about a half hour, and that was it. And then like once you were in, nobody was like shoveling you through. It wasn't like an assembly line, like buy your shirt, get out. It was like here's a free drink. Here they had pizza at the beginning. Like come chill, hang out. They had DJs playing. The supporters got together and played, but unfortunately I had been there for like 3 hours, so I bounced before they started playing. But it was a good and well-run event. Like I said, the Fire people, and for a lot of years now, the team has been so bad that the people around it haven't gotten the love that they do a lot of cool shit. We talk like we're jealous, but they don't get given a lot to do. They don't get given, like, look at that kid. They don't get given a lot to work with.
Yeah, it's hard to make a white shirt look good.
I mean, that's not even white, man. It's like
look attractive,
blue-gray. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is.
It's I don't know. It looks better in person, even though we'll never see it in person.
Well, it's interesting that you were here, and I have one question to end the podcast with. For while you were there, did you happen to see Frank Klopas?
I did not see Frank Klopas. I met CJ Brown. I met some of oh boy, I'm gonna insult them by saying this, our podcast contemporaries.
CHG Alex Campbell, CHGO, and maybe saw Nick from Glass House from afar.
Yeah, talk to Nick. But yeah, I saw a lot of cool people. Like I said, I hung out with a couple of people from the section that we see at the games. Actually convinced the kid he's gonna go see Meshuggah and Cannibal Corpse with me later.
Oh wow. Enjoy that.
But it was a really, really well run event. And I can't believe you were gonna weasel out and you're gonna end the podcast before we give our predictions for this game. Now, we play you saw it. You saw an hour-long talk about the Columbus Crew. If you're still here, oh my God. Now, what do you think we're going to do this weekend, man? What do you think? Oh my God. They give us a 16% chance of winning.
It's at the lower, it's at the what is it? The Nordica?
The Nordica. The Nordique.
The Nordica. So it's over. It's game over. It's already game over before it begins. But what's awesome about this is Greg Berhalter is coming home. And he's coming home with something to prove. The Fire could come in here and surprise everybody. You put $1 down, maybe that turns into $5.
Stop promoting gambling.
Yeah, you're right. Because, that's really a hope and a dream because Columbus is by far the better team, has had more time put together, has an actual identity. Whereas Chicago Fire are going to be entering this game still trying to find theirs.
All right. I slightly disagree. I think Columbus struggles to score.
Oh, because they're missing their best two strikers, Christian Ramirez and Cucho.
Right. I think we smash and grab a goal. I think they get a goal. I think it's a 1-1.
You think it's a 1-1?
I'm going 1-1 draw on the road.
Well, tickle my Cucho because I'm gonna go with. I like your 1-1 call. I do. I do. I think that's an interesting shout. I'm gonna go 2-1. Does a goal come with Bamba? There's no Hugo. Let's run through this. There's no Hugo.
We most
got
likely.
Talent. There's good enough. We can maybe put together a goal. Maybe we figure something out. If we put together a goal, we may figure out 2 goals. Okay, let's go 2 goals. But can they put up together 2 goals? Yes, they can. They can also hold us to no goals.
You see, like the math from A Beautiful Mind.
It can be 0-0. I could see a 0-0, 1-1 draw. I could see a Fire 2-1 spot because where are the goals coming from?
I mean, we're gonna get goal. We're gonna get a goal from Bamba. The Bamba Zinc connection, man.
Let's go over 2-1 surprise upset Chicago Fire over Columbus.
I love it, James.
Let's fucking go for it because there's a couple of factors here. Columbus missing a few of its key guys that aren't coming back.
No, it's not injury.
They're gone. They're going to have to rely on this Jason Rex Orlando Kellen Rowe. I can't believe I remembered his entire full name.
I don't think it was Kellen Rowe. I don't know. Maybe
I think it was.
Because Kellen Rowe was that cat who played in New England and Seattle.
But that's what caught me. Here it is, Jace. Here it is. Oh, Russell Rowe. Oh, so close. Russell Crowe.
I love how he spells Jason.
So Jason Rex Orlando Russell Rowe. He's one C. He's got a C. It's in his first name. He's Russell.
I told you.
He is the Gladiator 3. We got to be careful. He's 21 years old. He's 6 foot something. Well, 6 foot nothing. So it's 6 foot nothing.
God.
He's got some strength. Does he have speed? He's got no speed. He's got some finishing. He's got strength. He's strength and gumption. So, is that going to beat Bamba? Is that going to beat the midfield of Acosta with a couple of upgrades? Acosta's going to be looking around like it's a dream world compared to last year. He's like everywhere he kicks it, he's like, oh my God, they know how to receive the pass.
My boy is hyped.
Acosta's heart must be fluttering. He's probably got a couple new candles coming out because he's so excited. Get ready to light that fire, boys and girls. It's going to be a great season. I'm feeling pretty darn good. Let's freaking go.
Okay. Before we sneak out of here, who wins the supporter shield? James did not get a chance to.
I wrote down LAFC Chicago Fire. Take it. No, I'm just kidding. They're not taking it. I think they might finish 7th would be awesome, or they could finish as low as 11th. But let's go.
I think we're in store for a very schizophrenic season.
Ninth.
I think we're in store for a lot of highs and a lot of.
I can't discount Seattle coming in with a MLS shield. Going for a shield. I'm putting LAFC or Seattle out there. You know what? LAFC is going to be coming off of the bounds of a tragedy. Watch out for LAFC and LA Galaxy. They just had a massive fire. that they're recovering from.
Oh God, I can't. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah, and that's not going to happen overnight. That recovery, they're still working on that. I got friends out there. It sounds like we got some buddies out there. But so I think that LAFC's got to have something to play for. They're gonna have fans that want to attract and trying to hey, things are gonna be okay. We're gonna win this, and they're gonna lose it to Enter Miami.
So that's who you got for the cup is Enter Miami. Yeah,
Inter Miami's going to take this. Inter Miami's going to take this season seriously. But here's the hard thing: I almost have a hard time not giving them the Community Shield too, because they're the #1 goal scoring team in all of MLS. Columbus was number 2.
I think they're going to take their foot off the gas during the season to save it for the playoffs.
How? You just saw Messi score. No. I don't think that's going to happen. You know what's going to happen?
You're right. Messi just did it on a 2-degree night in Kansas
Messi did it on a 2-degree night in Kansas City. Now let's think about this, extrapolate this. Messi has had 2 seasons to adjust to the rigors, the pressures, the travel of American soccer and MLS. Messi's going to be a different player this season, and he's got a World Cup to prepare for. So, I mean, there's going to be international. Are there international matches as many that he's got to worry about?
No, probably not. I mean,
because
they just got to qualify for the World Cup. That's about it.
Well, I thought they were. I thought they already were. If they're not, then they have important matches coming up.
No, you're right. They are, because they won it last time.
They're already qualified. So,
yeah, Messi.
But you do want Messi, practicing with the team every so often. But Messi is going to be wanting to get what Messi wants. And what Messi wants, Messi gets. So if Messi is prioritizing a little bit more David Beckham's side this season, where he's like, you know what? I really want to reward David Beckham. I'm giving him a Russian accent. I really want. I can't do it. I can't do Argentinian. Not enough Javier Milei or
you don't got the stuff.
I don't got the sledgehammer.
Spanish isn't strong enough.
I don't got the sledgehammer. The Spanish sledgehammer. Or do they speak Portuguese? I think they speak Spanish.
No, they speak Spanish.
Brazilians speak Portuguese. I lost the track. Where were we?
I think your point was that Messi is gonna play his nuts off this year. He's not gonna take days off.
Yes, he will. He will take days off, but I think there's gonna be a few less days off.
I really hope he does. If the Fire aren't gonna be serious contenders to win it, I hope Miami just stomps the league. Like I said.
They still have Luis Suarez. What's the rest of their team looking like?
Oh, dude, don't do this to me.
Did they improve? Because if they improved,
they were at the top. You missed them.
If they improved around Messi, like Allende, Taylor, Fafa Pico, Gressel,
oh man, dude,
Redondo,
they're just a stack.
Busquets, Aviles, Martinez, Jordi Alba. Another season of Jordi Alba. It's over. It's over. Give him the shield. Give him the shield.
Give him the shield.
Give him the shield and the cup.
Viewers, we would love to give you the
with your shield or on it. Inter Miami. Let's go.
Sorry this wasn't the most traditional of episodes, but Konor came through and just was a champion. So for Konor Knows Soccer, send him some love. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, all that good stuff. It really helps the channel. We love you. It was James, DP, IMF, Neo Tokyo. Peace. We love you. Bye.